Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle. I was the leader of Doolittles raid. It was April 18th, 1942. I was on my way to board the USS Hornet with the other 80 crew members. I walked on the boat, prepared and ready to do what we thought was best for America. We did not know at all if we were going to make it back alive. I bravely said goodbye to my wife and 2 sons. It was a very tough time not knowing if I was going to be able to see them again. It was about time to leave and head towards Japan. Everyone boarded the ship and we started our way towards Japan. Days had passed when we were sighted by a Japanese picket boat. The USS Hornet's escorts properly sank the Japanese boat. Because of our boat being spotted, an alarm was sent to Japan. By tough decision, I decided it was time to launch the planes. It was going to be very difficult because we were 800 miles instead of 450 miles from Tokyo, and we still had 10 hours of travel left. I was the first plane to leave the USS Hornet. I had 467 feet of clearway. I got into the cockpit and lifted off. This was the first time to ever launch a plane this heavy off an aircraft carrier. I successfully got off the deck with 100 feet to spare. All 16 B-25 bombers headed towards Japan. Once we got to where we needed to be, I dove in first. All the bombers successfully hit their targets. Right after we bombed Tokyo, we turned our planes north to head towards China. I did this hoping we would get past the Japanese coast. We all had to go our separate ways because we called for our beacon and it wasn't there, and had crashed and all were killed on board. Out of the 16 aircrafts that had launched from the carrier, 13 of the air crews reached safety in China afterward. Hi, I am Franklin D. Roosevelt. I was the president during the planning and execution of Doolittle's raid. I was determined to boost the morale of America after the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor. The raid on Japan was seen as a way to strike back and show the Japanese that the United States was not to be underestimated. I personally approved the plan put forth by Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle to launch B-25 bombers from an aircraft carrier, the USS Hornet, and hit targets in Japan. This was a daring and unmatched operation, as it required the bombers to take off from a carrier without the ability to land back on it. Despite the risk involved, I gave my full support to the mission and provided the necessary resources and personnel to make it happen. I understood the symbolic importance of the raid and believed it would have a positive impact on American morale. Hi, I'm Lieutenant R.E. Cole, also known as Richard E. Cole. I was the co-pilot of crew number 1 during Doolittle's raid. I flew alongside Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle in the lead B-25 bomber. I assisted Doolittle in navigating and operating the aircraft during the daring attack on Japan. As the co-pilot, I was responsible for maintaining communication with the crew and ensuring the smooth operation of the plane. During the raid, my crew and I faced numerous challenges, including limited fuel, bad weather, and the risk of enemy interception. Despite these obstacles, we successfully dropped our bombs on Tokyo and managed to escape to China, where we crash-landed due to low fuel. After the raid, I continued to serve in the military and also played a role in more operations during World War II.